What's up? It's your boy Rampage Jackson. I'm here with the best co-host, Bear DeGidio.
We're here. We got another amazing guest, but Rampage, before we go into this guest, we are having the biggest sale of the year. JAXXON.com up to 50% off site-wide. The best-selling chain stacks, our best-selling iced-out chains, sweat-proof, custom class, durable, made to be worn every day, and styles for everybody, from bracelets to chains. Make sure you guys go check out JAXXON.com, up to 50% off site-wide right now. And don't forget, if you're looking for all the limited edition clothing, you can go to JAXXONClub.com. You can use promo code YT15 for 15% off. And you can catch the shorts that we've been training in, the jackets, the eyewear, everything that the guests have been wearing. We appreciate everybody's support. Before we jump right into this podcast with this amazing guest, we just want to say thank you for everything you guys have been doing. Leave comments and make sure you guys tag us on Instagram if you've been picking up some pieces.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's another episode of JAXXON live right now. We live, baby. Okay, we not live, but we got a special guest. It's an emergency podcast. My boy, Nicky Raw. What's up, man? You are back already. You back already.
I'm happy to be back. I'm amongst friends, and I was just happened to be in town. I hit up Bear, and I figured we get one in.
Well, Bear, what I'm saying, he the man, and he's making everything jump off. So we happy to have you back, baby.
Indeed, makes it happen.
It's a big night, Rampage. You want to know why? This man went to Vegas and he put on a show that was one for the ages. That's why they call him the Black Belt Slayer. He beat one of the greatest black belts in the world right now. Mm-hmm. And honestly, he made it effortless.
I was watching that and it looked like you guys were talking shit to each other and stuff. Like, what's going on there?
Yeah. So I was arguing with I'm mounted on top of the guy, right? Sitting on his chest, playing big boy games. And I looked to the ref. I'm like, hey, can I get a stalling call for this guy? Because he's like just standing on his back, not trying to escape, just conceding, right? And when I said that, my opponent told me to shut up. So in turn, I just said, I love you. And that went kind of viral on social media. Yeah. I don't think anybody said, I love you in a jiu-jitsu match before. So it was pretty interesting.
What made you go there with the love bomb?
I don't know. It's just what came to my mind. He said, he said, shut up, which is kind of a hate act. So I went the opposite. I'm like, a love act. I show appreciation and whatnot,
That's what's up. That's what's up.
A little something different.
Well, how does he feel about you now that you kicked his ass?
I think we're pretty friendly. In the match when I compete, I hate my opponent. I want to do them harm, but afterwards I was just I shook his hand. I was like, I respect you, and that's about it. Jiu-jitsu has its drama here and there, but I'm just out there having fun, really.
I mean, he's the reigning ADCC absolute champ, right?
Yeah. I mean, guy's a 3-time ADCC gold medalist. He's won worlds multiple times. He's a dog. Yuri Samoas is one of the greatest grapplers of all time. And I went out there and, I really did win in a dominant fashion. I didn't get the submission, which I was a bit disappointed in myself. And that was really due to me being a bit more, I played a conservative game when I should have opened up a little bit more. It was a newer rule set in the UFC Fight Pass Invitational that I competed on, so it took some adjusting. But if I did open up, I would have been able to show my true potential and get a submission. But nevertheless, I won in a very dominant fashion. I was able to take him down multiple times, pass his guard, mount him, and just control the match in all aspects. And it was a good performance, but I will do better.
How did you prepare for this match? How was your training?
My training is pretty much always the same. I just train, I train once a day, and then I do my own stuff at home, like maybe for cardiovascular or for strength every day as well. And then I just adjust my training, like when I'm in prep for competition, I'll specify. I'll be like, all right, I know. I'll watch my opponent. I see what he does, what he doesn't like, the compositions that he doesn't enjoy being in, and I'll focus my training on getting him to those bad positions, and then kind of take advantage of those during the match. Man,
that's crazy because you saying the other guy's accolades like he's the best in the world, absolute champion, and he said, "Oh, I just train regular, the same way I normally train."
Yeah, I mean, Rampage knows better than I do. He's a champion, and to have a champion mindset, you obviously have to be cut from a different cloth. This guy did not go into this thinking he was going to just, have a cakewalk. He obviously trained. He's obviously the best. He obviously knows what it takes to be the best. But you were dominant the entire match. Obviously, I don't know the rule set. I still don't get how you were down a point.
Yeah, I got a negative point for pulling guard per se, which in jiu-jitsu you're supposed to be allowed to pull guard, but it was like it was a weird situation where when you pull guard, you're supposed to attack right away, like within 3 seconds. When I pull guard, I was looking to attack, but he like held on to my foot, so I was stuck defending the single leg, and then I was going to become offensive. But the judges took it like a certain way, and they gave me a negative. But by the end of the match, I was up by like 5 or 6 points and completely dominated. So just a simple mistake in the rule set that I made. But I'm all about making adjustments, and I never make the same mistake twice.
So in a closer match, that could cost you, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Anytime you get a negative or give the guy a free point, in a closer match, that could be an issue. But I was very confident in my ability to sweep him or to get on top of him from all positions. So it really didn't hinder my ability to become offensive at all.
Is checking the oil legal in jiu-jitsu?
Checking the oil, it's not legal, but I've got my fingers dirty a couple times. Anything for the win.
Man, that's one move that I could never do in wrestling. I could never bring myself to do that move.
There's a move.
Explain it.
You don't know what checking the oil?
I do, but explain it for the people at home.
I'm sure everybody at home know. Okay, so checking the oil, what we call the oasis, butt drag, is when you're wrestling, I guess, and doing jiu-jitsu, and the guy's advancing on you. You gotta fucking stick the fingers in the poopa shoopa. But I think they outlawed that in wrestling, which I think should have already been illegal already, especially in high school wrestling.
Yeah, definitely should be illegal. But there's a butt drag where you take all 4 fingers and you grab the tailbone, which is pretty much the asshole, and you could drag them through there, which that's completely legal. But I think 4 fingers on the crack is a little bit different than 1 or 2. You're looking for a good time. If
I tell you, my first time getting butt dragged, my first time, I didn't know. My teammates didn't tell me anything about the move, right? I started wrestling late. I started wrestling at 17 years old, and I'm wrestling in this tournament. I'm doing okay. I'm new to wrestling, but I like to pick people up and slam them and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. That's all I really knew. And I was taking this one guy down. And this motherfucker stuck his fingers in my ass. I'm like, what the fuck? Whoa. And I jumped up and I picked him up and I slammed him hard as fuck. Boom. And wrestling in high school, you got to go to your knees first. Yeah. But I didn't give a fuck. I illegally slammed him. Like, boom. And I yelled in the middle of the tournament, don't you ever stick your fingers in my ass again.
So it gave you a boost of energy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So you liked it?
Bear, I thought we was boys.
No, but he said it gave you a boost of energy. You said
like a neurological boost.
It gave me
which are sexual arousal.
No, fuck no, fuck no.
Okay, I don't know.
Fuck no.
Damn.
Okay, fuck no.
Okay, all right.
Don't even go there because you got coach getting on me for buying some Prada boots, and he said he found out they were unisex, and now he can't stop making fun of me all day. So. What that did was it pissed me off. And people don't understand, when I lose my temper, I get unlimited strength. And I picked this dude up and I slammed him hard, and everybody was in the tournament. It was like a regional tournament, whatever, in Memphis, and nobody else ever butt dragged me.
The problem with unlimited strength is there is limited fatigue.
Yeah.
That comes soon after.
Yeah, it always scares me. That's why I always try to control it in fights, because I feel like if I lose my temper and I don't get it back on the wraps fast enough, I'm probably going to gas out.
Yeah, you saw that. I feel like we saw that with Ngannou, like in his first few MMA fights. He's like using all his strength right away, kind of gas out a little bit. He either knocks him out.
Wait. Let's go back. Let's rewind. Did you call him Ngannou?
Ngannou.
I thought he said Ngannou.
No, Ngannou.
Eyes and ends kind of close for me.
Yeah,
the Jersey. It's a Jersey tongue.
Yeah, how do you say his name?
Ngannou.
Why do you say it like that?
Because that's the correct way to pronounce it.
Ngannou. I don't have.
No, it sounded like he said Nick Ganu.
No, he didn't say that.
Okay.
His name's Nicky Rod.
Hey, Nicky can get away with it, but I'm just saying with my ear here. Hey, y'all go back and y'all let me know in the comments if I'm out of order here.
You might be. I mean, you like the butt drag, so I don't know.
No, I didn't say I like the fucking butt drag. This is what I get for telling. So I was telling you guys a little piece of my wrestling history.
Oh, it's good to open up, dude. We're all friends here, and that's what friends
he
are
opened
for.
up in that match.
And,
I'm done.
Hey, did I say
I'm done?
Hey, you my witness. Did I say I liked it or did I?
Who you like?
The butt drag. Did I say I like the butt drag?
I have short-term memory, dog.
I'm
focused on what's next.
You good. As long as coach is not bullying you. He walked in here, coach saying, yo, hey, go easy on him. He's having a rough day. He bought some women's shoes. Like, Rampage wears women's shoes?
And wait, clear it up. Where'd you buy boots?
I bought some Prada boots. Okay, so
Swag looks crazy.
Bear knows I got robbed in Vegas recently.
Yeah?
I got robbed. My whole luggage got
At
taken.
gunpoint?
No, by stripper point, by thong.
Oh.
She robbed me with a thong.
I see. Well, I don't know what part of Vegas you were in.
I was in,
I see.
I was in deep in Vegas.
Gotcha.
I quit drinking behind this robbery. I lost almost $200,000 worth of shit.
Oh.
He lost a $100,000 watch.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, he called me and I go, oh man, he ain't never called me in this early in the morning unless he's training.
Because I was supposed to be here for a podcast, and I had to fly back to Vegas on a jet to go meet with the police. It was bad. Anyway, where we
About the boots.
About the boots. And my favorite boots was in the luggage. Like I was so drunk, I locked all my stuff in the luggage, and the luggage has like a lock on there. So I was like, ain't nobody gonna take my whole luggage. The bitch took my whole luggage.
Snatched it.
The whole thing.
The whole thing, like the safe out of a movie. I can't break the safe, I'll take the whole thing.
Professionals.
But you went and bought new ones today.
And so I went and got new ones today, and Coach so happened to be with me, and they're unisex. The men and
They
women
look good
can
on
wear.
you. They look good on you.
They're my favorite boots.
Yeah, you look. We have a model in here, and he's a pro skater. Robert Neal, one of our guys on the team. He even said, "Yo, that dude's fresh." I go, "That's Rampage." He goes, "No, that's not Rampage." He looked. He goes, "Oh, that is Rampage. You look fresh. People like it."
I'm from Memphis. We like to dress. What can I
You
say?
have drip. I think
What-
even though a lot of the comments on the podcast, they've been saying, "Damn, Rampage's been looking real good lately. You've been looking fresh."
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Oh,
when we
what's up?
first
Thank
started, you were like, you didn't really care. Now,
What you mean I didn't really care? I was fresh when we first started.
no, but lately your clothes and your style has been crazy, and you're getting in crazy good shape.
Yeah.
You're boxing every day.
Yeah, that's what happens when I lose weight. Anyway,
Everything gets in order.
Yeah, enough about me. I want you to do MMA. Fuck all
You
this.
want me to do MMA?
No.
How much you weigh?
About 235.
You can get down to 205
I could make 205 in a day and a half.
in a day and a half. No, over a training camp, you can make 205. Man, you can make millions of monies
I'm gonna make millions of monies doing jujitsu
without getting punched.
Without getting punched.
He's got a smart game plan. This is the most dominant grappler we've ever seen in submission jiu-jitsu wrestling we've ever seen. I mean, this guy is making people that are world champions. And listen, people could say in the podcast, they were talking a little loud. They said I was too nice to Gordon in the last one with you. I talk factual. When I know about something, when I don't, I give my opinion. This is factual. The dude he just fought on UFC Fight Pass, this guy is one of the most decorated, probably the best in the world, top 3.
Is he better than Gordon Ramsay?
That's me.
You better than Gordon.
I'm the one.
You the one.
He's the
I'm
one
talking
now.
about, I'm talking about the guy you just beat.
Ooh, I mean, I don't know. All I know is I'm better than all of them.
And
That's all
he
I
showed
know.
it. He showed it. Honestly, he showed it. This guy literally did whatever he wanted out there. He was in control the entire time. I don't know about the point system, but from spectating, the guy was controlling the match. Even when he went into guard and he tried to, you could see he was ready to kind of pull D. He's already reading it like, okay, he's holding on to me because he doesn't
was trying
want
to
me for
pull
a
what?
leg drop. He was like, he was trying
He was trying to like stall a little bit, hold on to my leg. Yeah.
He was like pausing the guard. Why?
You said something
What?
else, but I'm just saying.
What was you talking about?
No, I'm just going by what you said.
Okay,
You said,
cool.
so, but hear me out though. I understand what you're saying. You're going to make millions of monies in this sport, and there's nothing wrong with it. But how many times people crossed over from one sport that they was very successful at, then come over to saying MMA, UFC, and you just up your price? Like, look.
I would definitely fight against the right opponent for for like 7 figures. I would definitely consider something like that. But jiu-jitsu's doing well. I sell a ton of beef jerky nowadays. That's doing great. And I'm just continuing to kind of gain momentum in multiple facets, multiple income streams, and it's going well, man.
Yeah, you sent me some beef jerky, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Did you
good
try the
shit.
secret sauce?
No, I ain't trying.
No.
I ain't with no secret sauce.
It comes in it.
Yeah, I saw that. It was like a big syringe.
The syringe,
so
yeah.
so how do you work it?
Yeah, you just take the syringe out, put it on the jerky. It's meant to go together. It enhances the jerky
Oh, so
tremendously.
do I have to warm up the sauce? I didn't.
No, you just put it right on.
Oh, okay.
Room temperature is good. Yeah.
So are your jerky selling good?
It's doing well. Yeah,
I'm gonna buy some more. Where do I get it from?
yeah. You could check out carnejerky.com, CARNEJERKY.com, or the link in my bio and Instagram. But yeah, it's selling well. I'm figuring out. I'm an athlete first, businessman second, but I'm figuring out the business little by little.
He's doing good.
He's doing good. I remember what he said last time. He was making those tutorial videos.
Yeah, that's doing good as well. Yep. Like in jiu-jitsu, you gotta have you gotta be kind of smart. Figure out how to make money. We get paid through the YouTube, through our own like we sell rash guards and stuff like that as a B team, and then the instructionals do well as well. But I think yeah.
Can we pull up the video of you talking about him? Do you mind if I want to see you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, can you pull up the video? I want to watch, it's pretty funny. I feel like people at home want to watch this. So when you're in controlling this dude and this dude's like trying to talk to you, obviously you're talking to the ref. He obviously is underneath you.
Yeah.
And for people that haven't seen the match, because not a lot of people do watch jiu-jitsu. This was on UFC Fight Pass. So I kind of want to do him justice too, since we have such a large MMA community.
130 likes. This is
like some
say.
clip. And the negative from here, obviously the audio, but why did you ask the ref if you were going to get a point deducted?
No, like I was trying to tell the ref, give this guy a negative because he's not even trying to escape. He's just crossing his arms, just being lazy, you know, not attempting to escape. So I was like, yo, can you give this guy a negative?
Got it. Okay, cool.
That's so funny.
Because a lot of the comments were saying like, who's actually stalling here? So for people at home, because I kind of want to break this down to people that don't understand grappling or submission wrestling or jiu-jitsu. Explain to me, and for the people at home, because this is what I really feel they need. You're not stalling. You're obviously in control, right? You have your legs wrapped around him. Your feet are still in a power position where you can kind of spin to each side if you need to get side control. And you have one arm underneath his head.
Yeah.
Your grip is in total control. Why is he stalling?
Yeah, so right now I'm trying to work his elbow high so I can get elbow above his shoulder line so I can start attempting submissions, and he's just like crossing his wrist on his chest to just prevent submission, but also not trying to escape. Like from a bottom position as a bottom guy, you should be trying to escape. Force turtle, start kipping, or attempt a knee elbow escape so you can get up and get out and become productive. From here, he's just crossing his wrist and not attempting any bridges or escapes. So that's why I asked the ref. I was like, hey, can I get like a stalling call for this guy? And he told me to shut up. And I was like, bro, I love you. It's all right. It's all right, buddy.
Cool. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people that talk about form and jiu-jitsu, you know, we have a lot of MMA fans and people are starting to really follow jiu-jitsu and wrestling because of guys like him and Gordon Ryan and Buchecha and all these guys that kind of brought jiu-jitsu to the main stage. They don't understand the stalling technique, because like in a UFC fight in MMA, obviously you're kind of getting your breath back. You're waiting to get back up or to strike again. And here he's just kind of chilling, waiting. So,
yeah, chilling, waiting. And I'm in great shape, and I felt really good for that match. Like, you know, I had a great camp, had a really good warm up. Like I have one of my instructionals is pre-match ritual, and it helps me, and it's something I do before every match to just get the most out of my competition. Like I just have like something I tell myself, a series of warm up routine that I do consistently before comp, and just puts me in that mindset. Like it's like just puts me in the exactly where I need to be in the mental space to go out there and perform at my best.
That's lit.
You know, in the UFC, they don't really punish people for stalling, right? Well, you know, when I used to fight in Pride, they used to give you like a yellow card, and they take a point and 10% of your purse.
If you got a yellow card, you got 10% of your purse?
Yeah, and a point taken away.
Kind of like one championship does that. What was the red card in Pride?
I don't remember the red card in Pride.
Was there one?
I don't remember one.
Does UFC take a point for like eye pokes or something like that, or nut kicks?
I don't remember. They if they give you if they stop it and do it, yeah. But normally if it's an accidental, they don't. I don't remember them taking a point, because John Jones was poking me in the eye, and he didn't get a point taken away.
In terms of cardio, what do you do to have cardio to get through a match like this with a world champion?
Yeah. So the most of your cardio, pretty much all of your cardio, can be done on the mats, right? I truly believe that the best type of cardio is doing the jiu-jitsu, doing the sport. Besides that, I do some extra stuff. I like CrossFit workouts. I feel like their intensity or their style of working out of high intensity, short rest is very beneficial for the cardiovascular. It kind of mimics what you're doing on the mat, like not in the movement wise, but in the cardiovascular, as in like you come to a peak and you have a very short time to recover, and before you go, hey, you have another scramble. You know what I mean? So like the longest scramble in jiu-jitsu is usually like anywhere from 45 to like 60 seconds. So I treat my cardiovascular workouts like that. I'll have a very hard sprint for like maximum 60 seconds, and then maybe 30 seconds to recover and get ready for the next sprint.
You sprinting?
not like running, sprinting, but sprinting as far as effort goes. Maybe it's on the row machine. Maybe I'm doing a workout where I'm doing like, bent over rows, power cleans, squats, like maybe like 5 reps each, and then a short break and then get right back to it.
I was just gonna say I can't see his big ass sprint.
No,
I'm not. Now, if I sprint, it's too fast. People, yeah.
You a fast runner?
I get it done.
You're just an ultimate athlete.
Yeah.
You look very athletic. That's why I wanted you to come over to MMA.
Yeah, you've been checking me out.
Yeah, I've been checking ever since the first podcast.
Appreciate it.
You got me involved in watching a little bit more jiu-jitsu.
Hell
You
yeah.
should go do a jiu-jitsu tournament.
Man,
You should come train with us. You'd have a good time.
Hey, you said this last time. Did you go train yet?
no, you know why I didn't go train? Because I'm training boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too busy. I've been training boxing, and sometimes we do 2 podcasts here a day. Y'all hear it here first, guys. We working hard over here at Jackson just to entertain you guys.
When's this fight happening with you and Mr. Briggs?
It's supposed to happen March 9th in Saudi Arabia, but we don't have anything signed. So
I
that's
see.
that's what I'm worried about. But today I just auditioned for an Eddie Murphy movie.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, but I suck at auditions, so I doubt I got it.
Nah, you'll get it. Don't
Bro,
say that.
no, I'm just keeping it. I'm a realist.
But you got to manifest some good energy.
Yeah. I understand that. I understand that part. You're right about that, but at the same time, I'm just a realist. It's only been 2 auditions I ever gotten. It was A-Team and Don't Laugh, Midnight Meat Train. Those are only 2 auditions that I ever gotten, and all the other movies I auditioned for, like I never got. Like I audition. You guys will laugh when you hear the auditions. I went out for Knocked Up. I auditioned for that. I auditioned for Rescue Swimmer, Rescues whatever with Ashton Kutcher got that one. I auditioned for some Lord of the Rings type of bullshit. Didn't get that one. Pain and Gain. I auditioned for Ninja Turtles. I auditioned for a lot of movies, and I just suck at auditions because it's not real. Like if you come to the gym and you watch me spar, you watch me train, especially back when I was champion, you'd be like, "How is this guy champion?" You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
really?
Yeah, because I'm shit in the gym. It's not real. My mind is just works weird. Like when the night of that on the night when the lights when it's real, then I come alive.
I actually heard that about John Jones. I don't know how accurate this is, but that he's mediocre in the gym, but when it comes to fight night, it's like a different guy.
Yeah, I know a few people like that. And
Yeah.
I know some people that's really good in the gym, but fight night.
Yeah,
You take acting classes?
I have an acting coach.
I have an acting coach. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried acting classes before, and it was just weird. I was going up to LA, and it was like a bunch of people, and I just learned different from other people, and it just weirded me out. And then I figured out really fast that a lot of those acting classes they're just scams because in LA, almost everybody want to be an actor, right?
Yeah.
So it's just scams. People just get money off people. So what I did was, I just found a coach and we just worked one-on-one. And sometimes he'll have a class and I go and sit down in his class. He got a lot of hot girls. I mean, his class is really good.
Good class. Okay.
It's a great class. And
we know why he showed up to class. What's up with this call out? I mean, right when the fight ended, we saw you ripped off your rash guard. You obviously had your Jackson on the shorts, and you went up there, you grabbed the mic, and you challenged Gordon Ryan to a $50,000, winner take all, $100K bet. And what happened? He left. What was the deal?
Yeah, pretty much. As soon as my match ended, Gordon was like pretty much running out of the arena. He might have sensed something was coming, but yeah, I challenged him. I was like, listen, I know I'm the best grappler in the world, so I'm gonna go out there and prove it. So I made him an offer he can't refuse. So I was like, listen, I'll put up $50,000 of my hard-earned money. You put up $50K, let's have a match, right? $100K, winner take all. And he turned it down. And the only reason you would turn it down is if you think you're not confident in your ability to win.
he's scared. Do you know who Valid Ismail is?
No, sir, I don't.
He's an old school MMA guy, Brazilian guy. He really good at jiu-jitsu. Whenever he calls somebody out like that and they didn't want to fight him, he called him, he's cock. He's chicken. He's scared about me. I love that guy. Every time he do something like that, that's what
cool.
he said. I wish I had his number. Next time he'll be your hype man. He give him the microphone. You tell him, Roy, you cock, you chicken, you scared about him.
I like that.
Yeah,
You're a good actor.
Well, sometimes I can act, bro.
Yeah, you're a good actor.
Bro, honestly, bro, I can act.
That was a good impersonation.
Hey, he pities the fool. I get it.
Yeah. Shut up, sucker.
You gotta have more like support for yourself sometimes.
No.
Sometimes you don't play yourself up enough.
No.
You're a
I
world
do.
champion. You're the man. Like sometimes you could say it.
But
out loud.
acting is a whole different world. I'm a realist. I know I can act. I know what I'm good at, and I know what I'm not good at, and I'm not good at auditioning. That's all I was saying.
We got to get that out of your mind, though. Maybe if we start telling everybody that you're good at auditions, you'll go smash these things.
Well, that's right. He got a strong mind. I know what he's saying, but this is what I want to do. I want to make enough money to where I don't have to audition.
They just call you?
I know. I just do my own movies.
I mean, I brought a very famous producer named Jordan Schur. He did like The Warrior and stuff like that. A great guy. He also helped manage and run like The Cure and Limp Bizkit and all these guys. I brought him down here to have dinner with Rampage at Nobu, and he's like, I'm starring Rampage in one of my new movies.
Wow,
it's pretty cool. I'll have a clip of it too, but he's for sure wants Rampage in it.
I'm down.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good movie.
Would you ever walk into doing movies? Will you do that?
Yeah, for sure. Since I was born, people always tell me I have a face for the movies. I don't know why, but I remember being in Bermuda, like on family vacation when I was like 14, and people would actually take pictures with me just because of my decent looks.
You always been a pretty boy?
Always been a pretty boy, yep.
See, I'm the opposite. They always say I got a face for radio, and then you got a face for movies. Bro, I grew up, real talk. I grew up the ugly duckling in my family.
Yeah.
You look like Rick Ross when you grow out your beard. You look great.
Yeah, Rick Ross fat as fuck.
No, bro, I don't mean
on that pear diet.
He goes straight this way, I go that way. Rick Ross rich. He got all kinds of music.
I know Rick Ross rich. I can show you a picture of me. I went to one of my friends' weddings in Mexico, and I dressed up in a suit, and I had the fat beard. I looked just like Rick Ross. I was fat as fuck too.
You got any hobbies nowadays?
Yeah, I got hobbies. I like video games. Is that a hobby?
I consider it.
I like fucking. That's a good hobby.
Oh.
Okay. Overall, how did you like the B team's performance this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously had a great performance. Nicky Ryan didn't show his best potential. Like Nicky Ryan inside the gym is phenomenal. Like he's absolutely one of the best grapplers in the world when he's in the training gym. I feel as if Nicky has this this mental block between training and competing that he needs to get over. And from here on out, I'm going to make it my duty to help him get past this mental block. I've been holding off, pushing the mental side of it, because I don't want to be make him too arrogant or I don't know. I value the kind of relationship that we have, and I would hate to hinder that by me trying to help him on the mental side. But I think that matters less if I can get him to perform as he should. For me, I've been competing, as a wrestler. I've had over 200 plus matches throughout my life and tons of jiu-jitsu matches. But I've always had this certain mentality that helped me to prevail. And I think, and I'm confident if I talk to Nicky in the right moments, in the correct way, I could push him past this mental barrier that he has and really get the most out of his competitions. So Nicky ended up losing his match. He also got a little banged up. I think he broke an ankle, or maybe even broke a bone in his leg, something like that, maybe a tibia fracture. So he's pretty banged up right now. But man, he's so good in the gym, and I'm confident I'm confident in my ability to get the most out of him next time he competes. So we'll get him healthy and we'll get him competing. And I'm just gonna do my best to coach him on the mental side, because he's so good. He's the guy I'll go to for technique advice. Nicky Ryan is absolutely one of the most knowledgeable grapplers and coaches in the world. So anytime I have questions, I go to Nicky Ryan. He can answer them. But when it comes to competing, he's just got this little wall. And I attribute it somewhat towards leaving being under John Danaher, because he having one coach is great. It's ideal for most athletes, So we're separated from his tutelage. So I'm gonna bring it upon myself to try to help him out the best I can, and I'm not gonna hold back anymore. I'm gonna tell him what I really think he should do to get the most out of competitions, and I'm confident I can help him.
Well, has it been hard in the past to tell people exactly what they need to do because you're afraid of hurting their feelings, or what? I think
I care about the relationships that I have in my gym, and I also don't want to think I don't want them to think I'm stepping out of bounds, but if I can get Nicky Ryan to compete the way I compete, I'm very confident he can be the best grappler in his weight class in the world. I'm very confident in that.
Is it more of a mindset thing because he's competing and knowing everybody knows that Gordon Ryan's his brother and he's not with Gordon Ryan. He's with Gordon Ryan's biggest nemesis, Nicky Rock. Like, I feel like that dynamic's got to be a lot for this kid to deal with.
For sure. It's got to be tough for him to be, be like, in his big brother's shadow almost. And people always are going to expect more of you because you have that bloodline. So that's pressure. And just being a young kid in a tough sport, against all these grown men, it's not easy. Nicky's still very young. He's got tons of room to grow. But on the mental side, I made a decision after that competition to try to get the most out of him, and I'm going to try to coach him on the mental side of it because he's got the technique. He's got all the technique. He's got the wrestling. He's got the jiu-jitsu. He's got the ability to scramble. He's got the athleticism. But I feel as if I can give him the ability to flip a switch to where it's less about winning or losing. It's more about going out there and appreciating the ability to compete. Like, think about when I compete, I think about like I'm less about winning or losing, more about just going out there and doing my best, giving my best try, going out there, enjoying the moment, and just showing appreciation. Like, honestly, what helps me a lot is just saying, like, listen, not everybody gets the opportunity to compete. So, I'm blessed, I'm lucky. I'm just gonna go out there, have fun, and just do the best jiu-jitsu that I possibly can, and the results done after that. You know what I mean? And the results will come if you can really just let loose and compete freely.
Have you ever thought about taking him to see a sports psychiatrist?
I'm going to become the sports psychologist.
Psychiatrist or psychologist?
Psychiatrist or
It might be a
psychologist.
It might be a sports gynecologist.
I think something like that would help Nicky Ryan for sure. That's a good opportunity. That's a good thought. I do know one of those guys based in Austin.
It won't. I think if you try, it won't hurt, because when you were just talking about it, I want to know a few things. But first, I was thinking about this other day. I be scrolling on TikTok when I'm bored, and I came across this video when I found out Larry Bird had a younger brother that was just as good at basketball as him, but he never made it. And they said that was due to him living in his older brother's shadow. And I was just thinking about that. I think that's why my son is not. I feel like I hope my son make it, but I don't think he's going to make it because I had to put him out of my house and everything because he just won't listen to me and stuff like that. And I feel like he feels like he's living in my shadow, and I think that's a self thing. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? You
Does he want to fight? Like, that's what he wants to do, or does he feel like just obligated to fight?
He chose to fight, so I don't understand. I don't understand why. I never asked him to fight, but I think that he really don't want to fight. But if he did fight and if he did do everything right, he would be a better fighter than I was.
Maybe does he have a camp? Does he have a team? Yeah.
He has all that, but he didn't want any help from me at all. He don't want me, no advice from me, any help. Even if I tell him, like, look here, son, time for you to start losing your weight for your fight. He won't listen to me do the opposite of what I said. Then he got to cut 30 pounds for his fight 20 days out.
Does he study fighting?
I don't know what. I know he sleeps all the goddamn time. That's all I know.
I feel like studying, like, you should definitely study fighting or fighters if you want to be a mixed martial artist. Like, granted, I just do jiu-jitsu, but if I was to create a formula to develop success, obviously you need the attributes, you need the mentality and the physicality to be successful. But like, I would look at what's like the top 5 greatest mixed martial artists of all time, and I would study their content religiously. I feel like there's so much content out there. You could definitely learn a bunch, and I mean, I hope he makes it.
Me too. I'm rooting for him, but he just threw away everything I had set up for him. But why is Nicky Ryan not with his brother?
Yeah, they just had a big falling out, and that was a big part of why the team split, because they were no longer like amicable. And once they separated, we chose to go with Nicky Ryan. It was just in everybody's best interest that we back our guy.
What's amicable? What's that?
Like friends.
Friendly. Like a friendly split.
It wasn't friendly no more?
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Correct.
Amicable.
Yeah.
Amicable.
How you say
Amicable.
it?
I hope I said it right.
Amicable.
Amicable.
I think so.
I learned something new today. Amicable.
There you go.
How you say it? Amicable?
Amicable. I think
Amicable.
In terms of studying, was there any jiu-jitsu athletes you studied when you were with the Death Squad?
When I was with John Danaher, for sure, I studied like the older guys. Even nowadays, I'll study like Marcelo Garcia. He's phenomenal.
New York, right?
Yeah, he's in New York. Yeah, a bunch of his matches. We have the Mendes brothers out here in Cali at AOJ. I study a bunch of their tapes. So those are the two main guys that I look at. Yep.
What is this post about? I saw, obviously, I think it was Gordon Ryan actually posted a post about ADCC sold like $2 million worth of tickets within the first hour. He said, "Welcome to the mainstream. You're welcome."
It's all his doing, right?
Yeah. What
He did
is
it
this
by
all
himself.
about? Yeah. What are they talking about?
Yeah, so ADCC World Championships is this coming August in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're gonna do it in T-Mobile Arena. Tickets went on sale and within like 30 minutes, so close to $2 million in ticket sales. So it's looking like it's gonna sell out at maybe like 13 or 15,000 attendees, and it's gonna be crazy.
Now you in that one, right?
Yes, sir.
And when is this?
This is end of August. This coming August. Yep.
Is this your first ADCC?
This is my third ADCC World Championships. I did my ADCC 2019 with like a year or 16 months of jiu-jitsu training, and then made it to my second one as well. I have 2 silver medals, and this next one is time to get some gold.
Wait. How long you been training jiu-jitsu now?
5 years.
Where's this guy made? Where is he made?
Super athlete.
What about your parents? Are your parents both athletes?
No, my dad's a real hard worker though. You know, like I learned about hard work from a very young age. You know, my dad grew up in North Philly, and his goal in life was to just make it out of North Philly. You know what I mean? So my dad always used to work 2 jobs. He had he worked like a regular job, and then he flipped houses as well, and that's where he made a majority of his money. And you know, ever since I could pick up a hammer, I'd be in the houses, you know, helping him out and doing a little bit of everything, whether that's like, you know, mixing concrete or laying hardwood floor or some demo work. So I understood what hard work was from a very young age, and it was kind of drilled into me to be like, listen, no matter what you do, you got to work hard in life, but it's best to pick what you like, you know? So I'm just happy and I'm blessed that I found exactly what I love to do. And, you know, I still have the same work ethic that my dad taught me since a very young age. And you know, I just put all that work effort and all that work and effort towards what I love.
What about your mom? She did any sports in high school or anything?
I don't think my parents went to high school.
What?
Yeah.
They was homeschooled?
No. I think they dropped out like, you know, maybe like 8th grade, something like that.
Are both parents?
Yeah, for sure. My mom had to raise her little brother when she was real young, and so she was kind of like, you know, left on her own. And then my dad, you know, had some family issues where he had to drop out as well.
You know, a lot of people turn out better that didn't get doctrinized by high school anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
I've met a lot of people that dropped out of high school early and they did well in life, and their mindset is different from other people. But the reason why I was asking you that, because I just been looking into like athletes and stuff, because you know I grew up athletic and a couple, you know, I got kids by a couple different women, and my oldest son, he was very athletic, really good at basketball. He could have been a fighter, but he's albino. He was really good.
He's albino?
Yeah, my oldest son got blonde hair and blue eyes.
Oh wow.
He looked white, but he got black features.
Yeah.
Going to school, people thought
is that in your bloodline or the ladies?
Well, his mom was half black, half white. His mom.
But he's not mixed. He's albino.
Well, he got mixed blood because I'm mixed.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's albino. He's actually albino.
He's actually albino.
Okay.
Yeah,
does he look like you?
Yeah, he looks a lot like me, except he got a white face.
Yeah.
why you laughing at my son?
It's just very unexpected. It's not many black albinos in this world. He's lucky.
It's a few. You just, you know, they're out there. Like trust me, it was a shock. I'm gonna tell you, when my son was a college baby, right? I had him in college, so I never seen his mom pregnant and everything. And when he came out, she told me like, "Oh, you're a dad," and you know, she was never my girlfriend. And I was like, "What? What you mean I'm a dad? Like, what do you look like? Send me a picture." She sent me a picture. I was like, "Damn, he looks just like my little brother." But before she said,
your brother's albino?
No, I told you guys I'm mixed. I got mixed blood.
Your brother looks white?
When he was younger, he was real light skinned. When he was younger, he was like almost his skin, your skin color.
Really?
Yeah, because my
Sicilian though.
Yeah. You guys mix with Moors. I know a little bit about that, but my grandmother is mixed with Irish, on my mom's side. My grandmother, by the time I met her, she was older with gray hair. She looked like a white lady. But you know, going back to my thing, my oldest son, he was good at basketball. Then Roger, he's just a good athlete. Then my youngest son, he's like really smart, but I think he was really good at soccer. And my daughter is just like a great athlete. And like their moms, like my ex-wife, the Japanese, she was good at judo. She just an athlete. And then Roger's mom, my second son, his mom was a track star. So so I think genetics. So maybe your parents was born with good genetics. Maybe their parents. I just think that's the way. I think about that sometimes. The way it's passed down.
For sure, my dad's got great genetics. Yeah, he's like 6 foot 6'1". He's about 230 pounds himself. But what helped me out was starting wrestling from a younger age. And I started at like 12 years old. And in New Jersey, wrestling is everything.
It's huge. Yeah.
It's huge. Yeah. So like I adopted this mentality and a way to funnel my energy, and that really helped me out in life. And when I have kids, I would definitely I advocate them to wrestle.
Bro, he's a great wrestler in jiu-jitsu. If he just did a few MMA matches, he'd be unstoppable.
Coach. Yeah, you need a great striking coach. You need a good camp. He already has an amazing team around him. I think the one thing though, I do think I have to agree with him. I think jiu-jitsu is on its way to becoming what could potentially be one of the biggest mainstream sports because of the passion people have for no-gi. Not jiu-jitsu and gi. I'll be specific here, because what they're doing in the no-gi sector right now is like these fight passes and the way ADCC is blowing up. Kids love wrestling, and it's the perfect step. Because after college, if you're not, you go to the Olympics, but that's about it. You either have to go fight, but now there's an outlet. All these college wrestlers, all these high schoolers can go do these no-gi events, these jiu-jitsu events. And it's like, for example, one of the guys you were wrestling, we know, most decorated guy, he obviously knows a lot about the game, right? Mm-hmm. And he's obviously fought in a gi too. Why was he complaining about greasing? Why was he complaining about you when the fight started?
Okay, so Gordon, my nemesis, right? He also accused me of doing steroids, which I never have done. And he accused me of greasing, which also I've never have done, which is kind of like counterintuitive. Why would I do one and not do both? You know what I mean? Like regardless, but no, I've never greased. I've never done steroids. So it starts becoming this thing when guys get tired in a match, they say to the ref, oh, he's greasing, right? So they look at the ref, hoping that the ref will stop the match, wipe me down, wipe both of us down, and then restart. It's like a way to get a break. Like this happened in when I went against Felipe Pena. Like, Felipe Pena has pulled with the judges. It was 3 Brazilian judges, and they stopped our match like 15 minutes in to wipe us down. It's like, bro, we've been grappling for 50 minutes. We're soaked in sweat. So he got like a 3-minute break of them wiping me down. Then we get back to action. And it's like, it's just an excuse for them to get a break. And I make sure I tell the refs now, I'm like, listen, check for me for all the grease that you want pre-match, but do not stop this match once it gets going.
Are they listening to you?
Yeah, they didn't stop it last time. They just kept it rolling.
Wow. Is that why you wear rash guards a lot now?
Yeah, it's honestly because Gordon accused me of greasing, and it's like we have long sleeve rash guards, which it is what it is. Like I like it better now because I need more friction. Like friction is good if you're better than the guy. But honestly, I got these huge biceps like this. I prefer to show them off.
That's why he said you juicing.
I mean, I don't blame him. I look good, you know what I mean. But you don't need steroids to look like this.
He ripped his rash guard right after the fight. Threw it on the floor. Yeah, he said, "Yo, come get some."
He did the Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, you did the whole thing.
Every time I compete, after I win, I take the rash guard off because I don't, free.
Why you don't sell them?
Walked right out.
Why you don't sign them and sell them to the fans?
I could. I'd rather just give it away.
That's
I'll give it away to the fans.
He's thinking business though.
Well, he said he's standing on business. That's why he ain't coming to MMA.
That's it.
I'm sorry to keep bringing it up, but I'm kind of biased about that.
Well, it's honestly like we're nearing in on 6 figures per match nowadays. So like I would need like 7 figures to hop in a cage. You know what I mean? So like I could do a few matches, make a mil, or I could do one fight, make a mil. That's fun to me. But what's also different between MMA and jiu-jitsu is that jiu-jitsu is very fun. It's enjoyable the whole time. It's not that much stress. Fighting is not as much fun. Like for sure, some like fighters love what they do, but it's the consequence. The worst case scenario is much worse than the worst case scenario in jiu-jitsu.
Have you ever knocked anyone out before in your life?
Yeah, I've knocked a few guys out. A couple like 1 or 2 like bouncing. Actually, when I was a bouncer for a little bit, and like my first weekend, I was bouncing. I'm trying to nicely like escort this group of like frat kids out, and one snuck behind me and like kind of slapped on a rear naked choke on my back. So I slid in, I go chest to chest, and I just body lock him to the ground and put an elbow on his face, and he starts like seizing up and shit. So that was like maybe the third time I knocked somebody out. I knocked somebody out in high school wrestling. I just did a single leg and I like swung him to the ground and he like hit his head on the mat. That was a concussion. And then there might have been like one or two other ones, but
yeah. See, once I started knocking people out, man, MMA became so much more fun. but you're right. When I get knocked out, I'm like, that wasn't fun.
Did you enjoy doing jiu-jitsu training at training camps?
No, I hated jiu-jitsu.
Really?
I'm being 100% honest. I hated jiu-jitsu because how much drilling it took to get good and to get a move. Throughout my career, I didn't think that fans wanted to pay to see me submit anyone. I submitted a few people in the beginning of my career. I was training jiu-jitsu with Fabiano Iha, and he's a really good coach. He's like the king of umbar. So I was learning a lot of stuff, and I got really good at the knee bar. I can get the knee bar from anywhere.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm really good at knee bar.
Should we go out on the mat?
I tap him out with a knee bar right away. He won't even see it coming.
Would you be able to defend his knee bar?
Do you want the real answer?
Yeah, I think honestly, I haven't trained jiu-jitsu in a long time. Even if I was training jiu-jitsu every day, I've seen this kid.
That the trainer, the coach you're talking about, he is known for creating some of the best technique for his fighters. I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, that power bomb slam, it came from Fabiano Iha because he showed me. I would show you this one way. You
could do it to somebody else.
No, not the power bomb. Not the power bomb slam. Because you too big in my back.
You know what I mean?
I have like a real strong lower back.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna be honest, like you always gotta be honest on the podcast. I've been noticing, but the last couple of years that my lower back, like sometimes I'd be like, oh, my back.
You deadlift a lot?
No. But I do have this exercise that Antonio McKee taught me. Whenever my lower back gets weak or something, when you get older, I show it to you. It's like a yoga move or something, and it strengthens my back up right away.
Yeah.
But Fabiano Iha, he showed me this way to get out of. It's a flashy way to get out of a triangle choke, and you go right into the knee bar. Because I love knee bars. So he showed me that, and I learned that, and I got really good at it. I was doing it in the gym, but then when he showed me, I was like, man, I can just pick people up and slam them. So that's why I started doing that in the gym. And one time, I picked up a 300-pound guy the same way. That's how strong my lower back was. Just like you, people thought that I was on steroids in pride, and I wanted to touch on that. Like me, I was totally against drugs. You know, weed is the only drug I ever tried in my life. I never tried any illegal drugs besides that. And it seems like you have honor with you, but yourself, like, because I can tell you're not on steroids because I've been around people that's on steroids. But
how can you tell?
Because I think people that's on steroids, they just look too
puffy,
more puffy, too aggressive, and their face don't look good and stuff like that.
The skin's a little different.
Do I look like I'm on steroids?
You look like you on that shit, boy. You on that shit.
You crazy.
Man, look at him, man. He ripped as fuck. He on that shit.
You look good. You look like you're in shape.
Coffee. I work out, I eat lean ground turkey, rice 4 times a day, and I run and I do jiu-jitsu every morning.
Bro, you on such
box with Coach Bobby.
I'm so impressed with your shape and your fitness and everything. I'm about to just throw all my morals out the window and actually what the fuck you on to get on it.
You see what I gotta do with? When you become an athlete in life, people remember your closest friends will come for you.
Damn.
Bro, when Coach first got here, I saw him mess around boxing and shit. I was like, Barry, you might not want to do that in public. Now I'm gonna post a video on my story. He's moving around with boxes and holding his own and shit.
Looking sharp, huh?
Looking sharp, quick.
Thanks to Coach Bobby. No.
That was you with the headgear the other day, yeah? Oh, yeah.
I'm doing this for fun because the more I get on the podcast and be around him, it's inspiring to hear these stories from guys like you, world champions. And I'm just doing this to really understand the game to another level now. So when I talk to people, it's one thing to say, hey, I've been watching fighters my whole life. It's another thing to say, I train jiu-jitsu, I do boxing, I'm doing no-gi, I'm doing everything. I'm doing Muay Thai, I do kickboxing. So
would you ever fight?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I think I would. I don't think I would unless I really knew I was going to win. So it'd have to be like I'm paying the guy to take a dive. But no, I mean, I don't know if I would really fight.
People do that. Hey, people do. He don't even know. People do that shit though.
Really?
Yeah, but I think that you don't have to pay somebody to take a dive. What you do is just have somebody set you up with the right fight. Yeah. I believe that everybody on the planet should have at least one fight where you know you got to fight. Because that's different. Like we fight on the street is for survival. Mm-hmm. It's different. Once I started training martial arts and actually learning how to fight, it made me not scared no more on the street. Like I would, when I'm not scared, now I talk people out of fighting.
You get in the street fights?
I haven't gotten a street fight in years. I don't even remember the last street fight I got in. But I tell you, the last time I almost got in a street fight was like my first time going to the UK. Man, it was a bunch of rugby guys there, and it was me, Dean Lister, and one other MMA guy. And this has been years ago. I can't remember his name, but he was the smallest one out of us. But he was really tough. I remember him being really tough. And we went to a bar and we hanging out. Hans Molenkamp was there, and these rugby guys started picking on him. And long story short, the guy started picking on him. And I go talk to the guy like, man, what's your problem, man? Leave the dude alone. And he started mouthing out to me, and I was like, bro, let me buy you a beer so I don't have to beat your ass. He was like, what? I said, yeah, let me buy you a drink so I don't have to beat your ass. He said, no, I don't want your drink, blah, blah, blah. He started mouthing. I said, all right. I said, just don't touch that guy. And a few minutes later, I go to the restroom, I go pee. And right there, I'm from the hood. I always watch my back. And right there on the urinal, it was like a chrome, like the little chrome, and you can see behind you. I look, and he's walking behind me while I'm pissing, right? And then I'm pissing. I'm watching, waiting for him to do something. And another dude walk in the bathroom right behind him. And he was like,
they about to check your oil.
Oh, well, hell no.
No?
Hell, I kill him, bro. I kill a motherfucker. I would go to prison for the rest of my life. Fuck that. And let me tell my story.
I'm sorry.
Let me get more. I hope you get your oil checked your next fight.
No, don't put that.
Yeah,
on
I'm putting it even on you, Ricky, about it. And this other dude, I guess he was a teammate, walked in. He was like, "Hey, Rampage, what's going on, man? What are you doing in the UK?" And the dude, the big dude, he was big as fuck. He was like, "You know him?" And I'm shaking it, getting ready, and washing my hands. He was like, "You don't know who Rampage Jackson is?" He said, "No." He said it was just right after Chuck Liddell fight, a couple months after Chuck Liddell fight. He was like, he just knocked out Chuck Liddell for the belt in the UFC. He's like the best fighter in the world. And the dude looked at me, he was all big-eyed and stuff like that. I'm washing my hand, and he came up to me, and he was like, "Hey, you still want to buy me that drink?" I was like, "No, get the fuck out of my face."
Damn. That's what's up.
I'm cool out in the street. Nobody ever fucks with me. I don't remember.
No one in OC's trying to play with him.
No. I don't remember the last time I got into a street fight. He's
also very nice, though. I got to add that. Not to cut you off. He's also very nice, though. He's not like crazy at
That's a good way to live life, though. Like if you're going out there and being disrespectful to people for no reasons, you gotta always watch your shoulder. Yeah, watch your back. Where you from?
I'm from Memphis.
Oh, that's right. I think you told me this.
Yeah, I'm a Southern boy. I bet you get guys want to come up to you and try to fight you though for talking to girls and shit. The girls be Google eyes over you.
I feel like nowadays a lot of people recognize the cauliflower ear, so that helps me kind of de-escalate situations. I also don't go outside. I just train all the time and go home and train again.
But what does it look like after your fight? Do you go out and celebrate a little bit after your match and stuff like that?
I mean, like I got some good food after my fight. I smoked a cigar with a friend, and then I got some pho at like 4 a.m. and went home. That's it. I'll rewatch my matches like over and over again.
What'd you do between dinner and the 4 a.m. pho?
Well, let's cigar for like. That's probably 2 hours,
I feel like that's why him and Luke in the beginning didn't probably get off to the best foot, because that's like Luke's style. It goes out, looks like a model, but could fight. Same concept. So Luke's like, God damn it, there's another one of me now.
Yeah.
But I feel like now Luke knows that you're good, and Luke's very, very, I feel like he's very humble, and a lot of people got to see a good side of him on the podcast, and I feel like they're understanding him a little bit more.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys would be best friends now.
Probably. I think Luke's the man. I watch a ton of his fights, man.
Yeah. Hey, before we wrap up, two things. One is, when you look at him and you talk about like, yo, I could tell you're not on steroids. Was there ever a fighter you fought against? You're like, God damn it, this guy's on steroids.
He's passed away, and I got much respect for him. And so MMA fans, forgive me, but y'all know me. I keep it real. When I fought Kevin Randleman, I was like,
was trapped up.
Oh man, I was like, man, this guy's roared it out. So I was just talking to Coach about this on the way here. Crazy, I was talking to Coach about this match, this training. When I got signed to fight Kevin Randleman, I knew that he was a better wrestler than me. I started wrestling when I was 17. He was better. Mm-hmm. So what I did was I was so worried about how strong that he was going to be. That was the first time I ever did like a strict diet, fitness in my whole career. I had a bodybuilder doing my diet, and then my wrestling coach at the time, his name is Zach Light. He's fighting the UFC a long time ago, back in the old days before it was popular. And he was my wrestling coach. And he said, you know what? We're going to do straight wrestling. We're not going to do no MMA wrestling. We're just going to do straight wrestling. And he brought in some real good wrestlers. And the whole training camp, and, I did my other side. I didn't train boxing like that. I did my Muay Thai. I did my jiu-jitsu. But when I did my wrestling, we went to Giuliano Prado's gym, and we just wrestled. And by the time because I was worried about him. You know, this at the time of my career where I was still worried about my opponents. And I was like, this guy gonna be strong. He's roared it out. And he's gonna out wrestle me. So I trained really hard, and I was thinking about the fight. I went out there and he couldn't take me down. He's a better wrestler than me, but he couldn't take me down. And I took him down one time, but in wrestling it wouldn't count because he bounced back up. I didn't, solidify the takedown. But I did better than him at the wrestling part. And I prepared for it, and that was like I think that was the first guy I fought that was on steroids. Then Vanderlei Silva, and then I don't know who else was on steroids.
Vanderlei for sure.
Yeah, but I had honor, and I have honor in my fighting. I feel like fighters, like boxers, fighters, kickboxers, and football guys shouldn't take steroids. But I wouldn't care if a baseball or basketball player took steroids.
Were you confident in your striking against Kevin?
Yeah, because I was training Muay Thai for a while at this time, and that fight it showed the world a little bit about my fight IQ because I try to dumb down my intelligence a little bit in this world because I feel like life is kind of like poker. And it's kind of like chess, right? Mm-hmm. And so I didn't want people to know how smart I was in the ring or outside the ring. But in that fight, I had to because I was kneeing him in the stomach, and I saw it was hurting him. And so what I did was I faked like I was going to knee him in the stomach, and I went straight to his chin, and a Muay Thai knee, and because he was blocking the stomach, and I acted like I was kneeing him in the stomach, and I redirected, went to his chin, and it rocked him. I did the uppercut, left hook, and he stumbled over, and I jumped on him, and I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I was training it, and it just came back, and my striking was way better than his.
I agree with that. I think sometimes it's better for people to think you're dumber than you are than smarter than you are. You know? Like if you're a listener, you're probably smarter than people think. You know?
Yeah, I learned it from hanging out with real intelligent people, real smart people. Mm-hmm. If you listen to them, they tell you everything they know. You know exactly where they mind is. They tell you everything. They want to show you how smart they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely want to show dominance, right? Like a lot of people in conversations that don't listen, it's just them trying to brag.
Yeah.
Because most people that care about someone or obviously care about themselves want to learn about someone and have that like receptive energy. But when people are too arrogant, they kind of just sit there and bombard you because they're trying to suffocate you for this approval, right? I need the approval of you before we move on.
Yeah, if you look into the psychology of it, it's like, well, okay, in the animal kingdom, there's always an alpha and, sigma, whatever, and betas and stuff like that. And so in the human, where it's the same thing, but we just don't walk around like everybody just don't walk around saying it or stuff like that. So a lot of times a beta, he knows he's a beta when he's in a room with an alpha. But how do a beta get a leg up over an alpha? He outsmarts him, and so that's when it comes out a lot of times with me when I'm just being me in the room and stuff like that, and people can tell like, oh, okay, he's different. He's different from me. He's a different type of dude. And then I hear all this smart stuff, and and people try to outsmart you. I just listen. Like I don't want people to know what's going on in my brain.
That's interesting. I mean, you're obviously very intelligent. You put together a great career, and you obviously have a lot of different business and things going on. It's funny you talk about Kevin in '99. A lot of people don't know this. He became the 5th UFC heavyweight. Kevin Randleman in '99. They nicknamed him the Monster, and they nicknamed him the Monster because of his style and the way he kind of just like really just mauled people in there because he was so powerful, And a lot of the young MMA fans that don't know who he is, they need to go rewatch his fights, RIP. But he was an absolute beast. And the guy really had such good wrestling and technique that for people that are watching you that are jiu-jitsu fans and grappling fans, they would love watching his tape.
Man, he had a sneaky hook too. Like he almost knocked me out in that fight.
Really?
He rocked me. If he would have hit me one more time, I probably would have been knocked out. He hit me he's so fast, right? He hit you and you don't see it. And I remember in the fight, I was like went down, but I still had my hands up because I was just training. I was so worried about him. It's just like it was like second nature. I just kept my hands up in that training camp because I knew how fast he was. And he didn't follow up. I was lucky as hell, but I talked about this last time. But the reason why I love him and I even hate bringing up that I thought that he was on steroids. I don't know if he was, but that's what I thought he was on. After that fight, after I knocked him out, Vanderlei Silva get in the ring and he pushes me on to start fighting. I just knocked Kevin Randleman out. He's walking back towards the locker room. He turns around, see me and Vanderlei Silva scuffling, and Vanderlei, his team jump in. It's just me with my corner man. I had like this one dude, he was a fucking bitch. The dude that started me the training, he started me in MMA. He was a bitch. Like he get all scared. He pushed away. I'm in there about to fight the whole shoebox by myself. And Kevin Randleman runs back to the fucking ring, and he slides in the ring, and he's back there, got my back.
Wow.
Right after that fight. I think Mark Coleman was with him too, and it's crazy. And I was training at the Equinox the other day, and I seen Vanderlei's trainer there 2 times a night. Man, cool, because we talking about 18, 19 years ago, or more, longer than that.
Yeah.
And so we let bygones be bygones. But one time, I think Mark Coleman had problems with them after that, and he every time he see me like, where were you? Because I was nowhere. Right? I didn't think like, we backed you up. Where were you? I'm like, bro, I didn't know what was going on.
Like Team USA versus Brazil or what?
Bro, it was crazy back in those days. Like I don't know how much of this got out, but y'all know about Crazy Horse and Vanderlei fighting backstage and stuff.
About what?
You guys
I didn't
hear,
know that.
Y'all didn't hear about this? Vanderlei and Crazy. You know who Crazy Horse?
Yep.
The black Crazy Horse, not Heath Herring.
Yeah.
Oh man, they was fighting on the same card, and they put them in the same locker room, and Crazy Horse was back there by himself. He's crazy. He didn't even have cornermen, and he fought 2 of them. He fought one guy and got choked out or something. I don't know which one happened first. And him and Vanderlei got the fight. He knocked Vanderlei out before his fight.
Wow.
In the locker room.
In the locker room, he knocked Vanderlei out cold.
In Japan?
In Japan. Before, there's no commission out there. So Vanderlei got knocked out, but show must go on. Then Vanderlei went out there, whoever he fought, Vanderlei went and kicked some dude's ass. I can't remember who he was fighting. Boy, it was like the Wild Wild West back
Pride
then.
Pride was the best, bro.
Oh, it was the best, bro.
Pride is so insane. When you go rewatch Pride fights, like I obviously I wasn't there at any of them, but I rewatch a lot of them, especially his fights and what happened. Like we have a huge guest. By the time this comes out, I'm sure we'll already have recorded with him, but we have Lyoto Machida coming in, and obviously like all these guys and all these different OGs. But when you talk about like Chuck Liddell and you talk about Rampage and Vanderlei, like those Pride fights are like the essence of MMA. Like when you think of MMA, I think of that. I don't even think of UFC. Now I do, but those Pride fights were on another level. Before we let you go though, the Murgali and the Penna fight, obviously a lot of people talk about Penna, one of the biggest names in jiu-jitsu, but it seems like this part of his career is starting to have some toll on him, right? Last couple of fights have been unique. Break down this main event, then we'll let you get out of here.
Yeah, so Murgali versus Penna. Penna just seemed like he quit. You know, like a lot of these guys train and just do open rounds, right? Which is good to a certain extent. But if you don't train positional rounds, when you get into bad positions in competition, it's almost foreign to you. Like say you have a training camp, goes great, 8 weeks, few months, whatever. And you're like, oh, nobody takes my back. So I'm good, you know, go out there, compete. And then somebody takes your back. You're like, it's a shock to you. You're like, don't know what to do, or you just want an easy way out, so you give up. And that's kind of what Penna did. You know, he got his back taken, and he gave up like before the submission and was even on. So it's kind of embarrassing for his brand. It doesn't look good for jiu-jitsu. You know, Marigali's pretty good, and you know, I would like a match with Murigali. He was actually pretty mean to me in an interview. He called me a donkey. Damn, a donkey? Fucked up, wow. Right?
That's a compliment, though, ain't it?
So somebody was like,
no, it's not.
No. Somebody, they asked him like about having a match with me, and he was like, "Oh, but what did he win? Yeah, well, hasn't won nothing." I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro? I've ADCC silver medalist twice, fucking EBI absolute champion, UFC Fight Bash champion. Murigali actually hasn't won anything in the world of no-gi. He won gi stuff, which is a different sport, but in the world of no-gi, he's beat some good guys, but he's never actually won anything. And he just kind of tends to copy. He tries to play the same role that Gordon Ryan plays, but he's not Gordon. You know what I mean? He wants to be him bad, but he's not him. And yeah, I would like a match with him. I really believe I'd wax the floor with him. Even we had a contract signed. Me and Marigal had a contract signed under Flow Grappling, and he backed out of it for absolutely no reason other than him being scared, being intimidated to compete against me.
He's cuck.
He's cuck.
He's chicken.
You know
what?
Scared
about you.
Cuck is a great way to describe him and others in the world of jiu-jitsu. I'm not saying no specifics, but for sure. Yeah, he don't want the smoke, but you know, I'm ready, bro.
That's what's up.
It's insane. I mean, this guy is one of the most dominant in the world right now, and he's showing it. But the cool thing about him, he doesn't need to post about it. He's just going to let his wins do the talking, and that's why I have respect for you. That's why we just signed him for 2024, one of our JAXXON athletes. He'll be rolling around with us. We just got Mighty Mouse. You know, we have TJ Dillashaw. We have Jalin Turner. You know, we have boxers like Ash Silva, and having a jiu-jitsu grappling, you know, black belt slayer on the team like you it's an amazing feeling. It's an honor for us to have you on the team, especially with how much respect you have for the sport and the brand. He's always wearing the chains. He's always wearing the clothes. Something about him, even with the style, like obviously all of our chains are real gold made in Italy, real silver. It's, you know, sweat proof. We have great class. They don't turn your neck green. They're the best things that elevate your style. But the way he kind of pulls off his style, he's so him on his socials. He's not out here like forcing some Conor McGregor speech. Like there's only one Gordon, there's only one Conor, there's only one Nicky Rod. Everybody plays their part. And that's why I think we see him just spearheading through everybody, because he's not trying to be someone he's not. Like he only grabs the chains he wears. He doesn't just grab a bunch of them. He only grabs the things he's going to wear. He only does what he is. You know, like I just have a respect for people that aren't trying to be something they're not, you know?
Yeah,
and
facts.
I feel like it does show. And I feel like that's why a lot of people are starting to rally behind you. And the B team is phenomenal. You know, they're one of the best teams in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, we do a good job of creating content like on the B Team YouTube, and it's like we almost have like our own reality show almost. You know, it's very interesting.
What's the YouTube called?
B Team JJ on YouTube, and you know, you can look it up, B Team Jiu Jitsu, and it's just we post consistent content, you know, like every other day, and shorts every day as well. And it's just us. It's a combination of like vlogs, you know, some banter, some rolling. We also do a lot of technique breakdowns on. We have a thing called Sub Meta at B Team, which is like similar to another YouTube, but we'll film live rolling, and we'll do voiceovers of certain techniques and stuff, and people get just help improve people's game.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you how crazy this is. I didn't believe in it at first, but one of my old jiu-jitsu coaches from England, when I was training out there, he's still a good friend of mine today. His name is Tom Blackledge. He's sick at jiu-jitsu, and he told me he learned from watching tapes before YouTube got popular. And it was crazy. I didn't think you can learn that way, but you were helping a lot of people. A lot of people can watch YouTube and get better at jiu-jitsu.
Indeed. The instructional game is where we're at.
I love it. Yeah. And honestly, it's an honor to have you in here after a big win. I'm excited to see what happens. We're excited to see if that Gordon Ryan fight goes down. ADCC is going to be huge. Hopefully you get the Marigali fight. Hopefully Rampage knocks out Shannon Briggs. So there's a lot of action coming from this podcast room this year.
Yeah, that's dope. And if I ever do another MMA fight, I want to come up there and train with you for like at least 2 or 3 weeks.
Bro, it would be an honor to have you at B Team.
That'd be great. I asked Congo to come and train with me.
Wow. Let's do it.
Let's do it. And listen, before we end everything, I want y'all to go into the comments just for me and let me know. Do y'all want Nicky Rod to do MMA or continue doing jiu-jitsu? I want to know. Yeah, just tell me in the comments. I want to see how many people are interested in seeing how he would do.
Who should he fight though if he was going to fight? That's what you got to ask them real quick.
Yeah, that too. If you the guy that think he should do MMA, who you guys like to see him fight?
I'd fight Gordon or Marigali.
That'd be great.
In an MMA fight.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That's a no-brainer. That's smart, actually. Bro, that's smart, actually.
Wow. So your first MMA fight, you want to fight Gordon or Marigali?
Or Marigali, I would love it.
Bro, you already in with Fight Pass. You could just put on the fight. You could promote it yourself, right?
I just did.
Dude, smart.
Yeah.
Hey, you doing good. You the new Don King.
Oh shit.
There you go.
Hey, how would you promote it if he was gonna fight Gordon?
However, what was Don King? What was Don King line? I forgot. That character in Rocky Day was making fun of Don King. Damn, I can't remember what the fuck they said. I'll promote the hell out that damn fight.
Yeah, but Nicky Rod versus Gordon Ryan. You should fake promote it for a week on your Instagram and see what everybody says. Just start hype. You should literally just take it.
Collab them with me. We'll throw it down.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I would love to see you in the middle of 2 guys separating them. Have you seen that video of Dana White when he's announcing Conor McGregor? The reigning, the defense. You ever seen that video?
No, I don't watch that.
It's like getting red. Yeah, I know of it.
You gotta watch it one time.
All right, I'll watch it.
I'll leave it on that because I know we get it. But I want to see him promote the fight.
I'm down.
That would be insane.
That'd be the fight of the damn year.
Put in Saudi Arabia.
Oh man, yeah. Saudi Arabia probably paid big bucks for that.
I like big bucks.
I like big bucks. Who wouldn't want some big bucks?
You like what big?
Bucks. I like big butts too, though.
I don't know what he said. I was just making
I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
Oh, that's a nice song.
I know, it's a great song. Hey, remember what I said. Y'all put in the comments. if y'all think he should fight MMA, who should it be? But we already said, we already heard who he want. Thank y'all for joining us, me and Bear. You know what I'm saying? We got mad love for y'all. We got much love for y'all. And thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, boss. Go see you again.
You too, always.
Man. I appreciate you coming, and everybody on the podcast. Don't forget, like, subscribe. Don't forget to share this. One thing we ask is you go to the JAXXON podcast, follow it on Instagram. We'll be posting a lot of news, a lot of updates. We're also for 2024 working on a journalist team, so people that can write up stories, people that can kind of follow events live and post live event footage and live content on our Instagram, JAXXON podcast, plus article write-ups. We also have a massive video coming, the top 30 UFC fighters of all time celebrating 30 years of UFC with TJ Dillashaw, Rampage, JAXXON, myself. We've been spending weeks compiling this list. It's going to be a 3-part series. We're filming it this week. We're excited to see what the fans think about this list, and hopefully they don't attack me for some of my picks. I know no one's going to attack him because of his picks, so I'm an easy target. I'll take it, but I do appreciate you. I'm Bear GDO, Rampage, JAXXON, Nicky, Rod, we out.